town I grew up in, very small. So small we didn't have stoplights. We had 4 different churches in the town. Pretty much they all preached the same thing: hellfire and damnation. And the way my parents talked about it, or at least the way I took it, was God was not a hellfire and damnation kind of guy. He was a love kind of guy. And so I didn't fit into any of the churches there. When I was 14, a friend of mine just died outside playing in the summertime with her cousin. And the cousin's mother called them in to get a drink of water because it was hot out. She took 2 steps in the door and dropped. From the minute I heard that she was in the hospital until the day I heard she died, I prayed every day, every night, don't let Rita die. She's too young, she doesn't deserve to, she's a good kid, yada yada. God took her anyway. And I just, that destroyed me. And it destroyed every bit of faith I had for a very long time. The only other time I attended church was when I was in Marine Corps boot camp. Mostly that was just a way to get away from the drill instructors for an hour. So I didn't listen to any of the sermon at all. When BJ and I got married, BJ was a churchgoer, so I always told my wife, go to church, go with your mother and father. I know that you like to attend and everything, but BJ didn't feel right going without me. We went to the church that she was attending. I met her pastor. It's a big church. And the impression I got was he immediately judged me and judged her because of me. So I took that personally. So I told her I wouldn't be going back to that church. A little less than 3 years ago, her and her mother saw something, I don't know, Facebook, about church experience. And so the second week of church experience, her and her mother went. And when she came home, she was smiling. So I haven't seen her smile that hard since the day she married me. She was so happy. And my reaction was, anything that can make my wife that happy, I need to check out. So the very next weekend, I went with her. I sat down and listened to Brandon, enjoyed every minute of it. He speaks plainly, doesn't sugarcoat anything, but he talks about the love that Jesus has and that God has. And that's what I never heard when I was a young man, except from my parents. About a year after I'd been attending, one of Brandon's sermons led me to an epiphany. Breaking through that was a game changer for me, big time. Because until that point, I was like, I like listening to him, and you know, he says good things and everything else, but still, man, God lets people die, lets babies die. And then, again, I couldn't tell you what sermon it was, but it every piece of the puzzle fit together at that point. It was like, wow, I've been such an idiot. How could I not understand that? How could I not see it? God does love us, and God does have a reason. There's a reason for all of us. And that's why I finally decided I'm going to get baptized. Love. I finally found it. I know that without a doubt.